Welcome back everybody to a very special video. Today we're talking about all of the different blanks that DC Comics is starting to fill in their DC Next Level lineup over the next couple months, right? Because we knew that Shadow of the Bat, we knew stuff like Jonah Hex. They started to announce the creative teams that are on it, and they also threw in some extra surprises. I had a chance to attend the DC Next Level panel at San Diego Comic-Con, so I was able to witness some of these announcements, and I'll get into it, as we go here. But I wanted to start with this one, right? Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez are doing Shadow of the Bat. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We were wondering for the longest time, could they be doing Etrigan The Demon? Are they working on Jonah Hex? Nothing seemed to fit. And then we heard that Dennis Camp saying this was an offer that we couldn't turn down. Like, we were going to continue Absolute Martian Manhunter potentially, but we just had to jump on this opportunity when given the chance, right? So they're going to be doing Batman Shadow of the Bat. But I wanted to get into some of the details straight from Dennis Camp himself. And after this, guys, trust me, we'll get into Static, Vixen, some more details on things like Jonah Hex and Etrigan the Demon, of course. But I wanted to get into some statements just from Dennis Camp himself. So a little bit about Shadow of the Bat. It's all going to take place following an explosion at the Ace Chemical factory. And this is going to, potentially send a lot of people into being Jokerized. So obviously Batman's got to contend with that. And obviously want to mention the beautiful coloring from Javier Rodriguez. We knew he was going to be bringing his psychedelic coloring that he's known for into the next project with Dennis Camp. So it's awesome to see that. Some more details on the story. Fearing 50,000 Jokers in Arkham, the size of a small city, a brutal quarantine is instituted, martial law is declared, and the Batman enters. So this great look for Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez's Batman that we're going to be seeing in the pages of Shadow of the Bat. This is an ongoing in-continuity book designed with Matt and Tom's books in mind, meaning Matt Fraction and Tom Taylor, of course. They are doing each their own thing, which is great. It was important to me that this didn't feel replicative in any way, but complementary. So it's going to be going in continuity. It's ongoing at the same time as the other Batman books. That makes total sense. There have been many Batman runs, but Javi and I are treating this the same way we treated Absolute Martian Manhunter. That is like a creator-owned book. This is our vision of Batman in Gotham, and I hope that makes it unique. It's very difficult to do new things with Batman, but that's what we're trying to do here. New villains or drastically revamped old ones, new supporting cast, and new neighborhood, new kinds of threats and dilemmas and questions for the Batman. We get a great cover without any of the title treatment, just beautiful Javier Rodriguez's artwork. And then it gets into, along the way, we'll explore the nature of Ace Chemical, some underexamined parts of Batman's past, and just generally we'll try to deliver our take on what Batman has meant and can mean. I'm really happy with it so far. It's deeply personal. It's Javier Rodriguez's best work, which is crazy to say, and I hope you'll join us. So very excited about the Shadow of the Bat series, of course. Let's get into some of the next announcements. Like I brought up, of course, we've got Vixen and we've got Static. I was there in the panel when this announcement happened. They did a trailer for DC Next Level upcoming titles, and at the very end, they had a stinger for Static. They had a stinger for Vixen, and it was very exciting to see these announcements live in the panel. And then they lifted the lights, and all of a sudden, Stephanie Williams and Kody Ziegler were just sitting there. So that was really fun. We did have sort of like a leak beforehand that they were going to be at the panel, so it wasn't a total surprise that they would be there, but it was just awesome to see the first Black woman ever nominated for Best Writer at the Eisner Awards getting a chance to do a Vixen series. We knew that this was in the works for the longest time. It's been rumored for a really, really long time, so it's real cool to see her coming out and just being able to announce it. So there we go. And then obviously they want to put a focus on Vixen just as a character. Not a lot of people know about her. She kind of described it saying it's like as if Rihanna finally decided to be a superhero. So just a fun way to look at it. I personally don't know too much about Vixen, so I'm excited to see what Stephanie Williams does with this series. And then also, of course, Static is coming in. His first ongoing series in 15 years, written by the acclaimed Miles Morales scribe, Kody Ziegler. So that was really cool to see Kody Ziegler getting the chance to work on a series that has meant so much to him in the past. He got into like how much Static means to all the people out there, and just the fact that he wanted to reintroduce Static to the next generation. And man, I just gotta say, there is no reason why like Static should be as popular as like Miles Morales. Like he should be as popular as Amazing Spider-Man, honestly. Like Static is so cool. So I'm excited for Static to get the spotlight in a big way. The writer, the artist that's going to be working on this one with Kody Ziegler is Diego Orletegui, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. Sorry if I butchered it, but this is the artist that worked with Jeff Lemire, I believe, in a lot of the recent JSA run. The artwork was never a problem in my mind for that series, so I think that this is a great pick. It was kind of just just a series that wasn't working for me, but the art was not the issue at all, so I'm really glad to see him joining Kody Ziegler for this Static series, dusting off the cobwebs and reintroducing himself to the superhero world. It's been such a long time since Static has had this ongoing run, so it's going to be awesome to see Static coming back into the spotlight. And then I just wanted to mention, right, of course, we know that Jonah Hex is going to be a series from Michael Walsh. If you guys haven't checked out any of Michael Walsh's stuff, a good preview of this series would be the Frankenstein series that he did along with his wife. Jonah Hex series, I believe, is going to be starting up in October. So Jonah Hex in the Shadow of Death. Of course, he's teaming up with Tony Marie Griffin, his colorist and life partner, I believe, right? So they're going to be really exploring Jonah Hex's past. I believe it takes place way after the events of Jonah Hex that we know so far, and he's going to be like a retired, in his retired sort of era. So it's going to be him kind of having to go back to being the bounty hunter we all know, I guess, right? So I did want to mention too, just on focusing on the colors, Michael Walsh wanted to emphasize that they're going to be playing with some colors that you don't normally associate with a Western type of series, this being a Western and a horror kind of mashup. It's the dream project for Michael Walsh. Josh Williamson got into it on stage 2. Just the fact that, you know, Michael Walsh has always wanted to do a horror Western series. So when he got the opportunity to pitch a Jonah Hex kind of mashup of those two genres, Josh Williamson said it was like the easiest pitch to say yes to. It was just so already figured out. So Michael Walsh writing and drawing Jonah Hex should be a lot of fun. And then I got to mention Etrigan the Demon from James Harren. I've not read a lot of James Harren's stuff, right? I got to, you know, check it out before this Demon series comes out, but really exciting to see this sort of, you know, horror slanted take on one of DC's most classic characters. And I think that James Harren is such an inspired pick. Just look at this cover, right? And then I think I have some other panels here. It's going to get weird and freaky, man. They brought up some other examples of the artwork in the panel itself. Just some of these like character designs. It's going to get wacky, man. So James Harren is such a great pick for a Demon series. Even though it's not one that's immediately going on my pull list personally, not a demon like person. I don't know if this is going to be an ongoing or if it's going to be a limited series. Maybe I'll check it out in a trade, for example. But there we go. For all the demon heads out there, really exciting stuff. And that's pretty much it, man. All the DC Next Level kind of updates that I wanted to get into. I guess the thing I'll throw at the very end, the Deadman series got announced that it's extending to 12 issues. So yeah, congrats to the team of Ice Cream Man for getting the chance to continue their awesome Deadman series. I just read issue number 3. It's excellent. But that's all we have for all the DC Next Level announcements. Let me know down in the comments which one excites you the most. Thank you guys for watching and read more comics.